It's a new day out here, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. It's a new day out here. The invisible hand is becoming a little bit more visible. They're getting sloppy. It's like they used to operate from the shadows. Now all of a sudden you can almost call their behaviors now. You can call it step by step by step, and it's amazing. They think that they can silence us. They think that they can limit us, and there's always a way, or there's always a workaround. You can put as many obstacles in my path that you want. I will go above it, around it, under it, or through it. It doesn't matter. I will always win. We will always win. The light will always beat the darkness. Freedom is a lot better than living under a whole bunch of constraints, a whole bunch of limitations, a whole bunch of rules, a whole bunch of authority figures that can silence your word. But let me give y'all something that you can't silence. Let me show you. You can't silence that. You can't silence that. Go ahead and try. Oh, wait, y'all already tried that one. How well did that work? Y'all need to understand that for those of you that have been on this journey for a long time, you are being upgraded to the position of usher. You are here to usher in the new souls that are a part of this grand awakening that is occurring right now on this planet. That might sound like a big deal to some of you. Some of y'all, that scares you. Oh my God, I don't know that much. And some of you are ready for this. You know that this is what all of your work was for. Some of y'all are going to be our leaders. I might be working towards that right now, but I'm just a kid in the class right now. I feel like I'm the TA. I took some of these classes all right. Let me go back and help some of these people out. That's how I look at it right now. And I'm cool with being the usher. I don't need to be the superpower. I don't need to be the voice or the face of a movement. I don't need all that. I usually like operating from the shadows anyway. But when I operate from the shadows, I'm helping people. I'm dropping care packages that you don't know where they came from. Don't worry about it. We got you. There's people that operate in the darkness that are here for good. I operate in the light and the dark. I walk the middle path. That's why sometimes I might shock some people with the way I get down. Hey, I got my dark side. I got my light side. Each one of them could promote a message that can benefit the world. But we are the new ushers. The same way that you were taught to usher in people to their pews, we are ushering in people's new lives to this awakened state of mind. That's what we are doing. We are not here to give them all the questions. We are not here to take the roles of mentors unless these people choose us to be their mentors, to be their teachers. We are just here to point them in the right direction. If you know a little bit of something, teach the next person. Teach that person that's asking questions. Have open discussion with these people. That is your role. If you didn't wonder what your purpose was, okay. In the meantime, use this one as your temporary purpose until you find your true purpose. This might be a stepping stone for you to get there, but nevertheless, most people's purpose is in some shape, form, or fashion. You're here to help people. Now, however you do it, whatever your swag is with it, you do it on your own. Whether you motivate through music, through art, through just speaking your voice, showing people, exposing the truth, using yourself as a sacrifice, sacrificing your channel, sacrificing your platform to speak the truth no matter what. We are the ushers. They can't silence us. That's why we need to band together. I was one that wanted to stay off of social media because it gave me a little bit of a sense of, oh yeah, I'm off social media. I'm really about this. I just spread my word. But now I realize it's important to interconnect. Sure, you might have to use their platforms, but use their platforms against them. This is where it's time to unify. This is where it's time to like and follow everybody. This is where it's time to do all this type of stuff. Build a community. When you build your community, they build a community, they build a community. There's going to be some overlap. There's going to be some people that flow between all of them. So the message will be the same. Hey, they tried to shut down so-and-so. Let's get their new channel back up and running. Hey, they tried to shut me down. Hey, can y'all help me get back to my number so I can spread my message? You know what I'm saying? It's like we are fighting now. I'm in a different state of mind right now. It might taper off a little bit, but I'm here now. Oliver is out. Last time I was, like I said before, last time I was in this mindset, like I conquered my greatest enemy in my life. So we about to do that again. I might need y'all's help this time, because when we win this time, it's going to be a whole new world that we live in. But right now, there's a whole bunch of new lost people. They're very impressionable right now. They're deep into the spirituality, but they'll go anywhere that gives them some type of answers that they feel like they're looking for. Guide them in the right direction. You don't have to lie to them. Never lie to these people, because that will form like a seed of distrust in the spiritual community. Never lie. Say, hey, look, I tried that, but I didn't find anything with it. But you might find something. Go check this out. Make sure you give people the proper cautions. You never limit anybody. If people want to go do things on their own, hey, go do it. But when people want to get into like voodoo, hoodoo, all that type of stuff, those type of ancient arts, you should go into that practice with like a teacher or a master. I don't know the proper words to use, but nevertheless, if you want to get into that domain, it's highly recommended that you go through the rites of passage with that way of life. Some of these things have been established, and there's a reason why they do the things that they do. You're a new person here. You have to remain humble. I'm new here. Show me what y'all got. But here's the great thing about being new. You're asking those beginner questions that we may have skipped over. Some of us didn't have this huge support system, right? So we had to go through trial and error, trip and fall, blood, sweat, tears to get to where we are. Some people have overfed themselves, starved themselves, purposefully put poison in their bodies, checked out what it felt like to be healed. We've gone through all these experiments so you don't have to. Listen to our word, but always question everything. I want you to question me. I want you to question somebody else. I want you to question someone that was labeled as a master teacher. Question everything until you are satisfied. Because when you just go into something blindly, you might be giving your energy to the wrong deity. You might be talking to the wrong cosmic thing. Well, I heard the voice. Do you know who that voice is? Did they introduce themselves to you? Do you believe them? I don't care if the freaking Archangel Michael came down right now and said, I am Archangel, do what I say. I'd be like, can you show me a little bit that would let me know for sure that you are Archangel? Like, I'm just asking. You know, I'm a God in my own right, and I'm going to ask whoever I want. If you disintegrate me right now, it is what it is. But I should know based off of your energy. I shouldn't have to ask. So why? Oh, look at your form transforming. Oh, look at that. Just because I asked the right questions. Quick little pivot. My friend tells me a story. I forgot exactly who it was. But there was a guy pretty much that was having like an outer body experience, right? Traveling through the cosmos. And when he was astral projecting, if you will, excuse me, I just had lunch. It said when he was astral projecting, he came into this being of light that says, I am God. And he's like, well, but I thought I was God. So how are you coming to me saying I should worship you, but I'm God in my own right? And he literally not tricked, but he saw through the facade of this thing playing to be a high vibrating entity when it was actually in disguise. So ask your questions every single time. I see like these teachers, when you ask them questions, I see a couple YouTubers from time to time say, I don't answer questions. If you're not on my level, then you just have to catch up. See, that's where I disagree in teaching methods. Yes, there is a point where you can't keep repeating yourself over and over and over. You have to keep moving forward. But you have to always remember too, that there's always going to be someone new. Right now, you are new. And you have to learn from all of us until you find your own spiritual identity. When you find that, then we become your peers. Right now, you look up to us. We are your teachers to bring you up to our level. And now you say, hey, see, you here now. Now let's sit down. Let's sit at this person's feet. And then we all sit in class at this person. This is what I do. This is how I climb the ladder in the spiritual game, if you will. I know I have peers that are on the same level as me. But I know that there are brand new people that don't know what the hell they are doing. Right? Just as likewise, I know there are people that can lap circles around me with the information that they have. But even to this day, even with some of the videos I put out, I question everything until it makes sense to me. This is my journey. This is your journey. The way I do things may not be the way you do things. And that's why it's very important for us ushers to understand this. We're just here to get people where they need to go. If they want to gravitate and sit with you for a little bit, then let them sit. Okay, you have something to teach. You have something to provide. You would not be in this position. You would not be watching this video if this had nothing to do with you. We all have a role in this planet. We all have a role, and we can't do that if we are weak, if we are still lost. We have to teach each other. We have to raise each other. We have to lift each other up. That's the only way we can do this. Don't just sit here and watch videos all day. Start making your own. Even if you don't think you know a lot. When I first started, I didn't know a lot. I still don't know a lot. I just know my message, and I keep spitting it in different ways. You can do the same thing. You do not have to be a master teacher day one. You don't have to. Stop with that. We need to get out of that societal thing. Oh, I need to have my degree. I need to have my training. You don't need that. Go inside. That's all the training that you need. When you need a new piece of information, when you need a new guidance or whatever, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So whenever you're ready, and when you ever make that declaration to the world, watch what life does for you. Watch what you are automatically interested in. Watch how you take different bits and pieces of information. Your brain is literally changing, some of y'all. Some of y'all are waking up right now. Your brain is changing. You're starting to question things that you never did. You're starting to experiment with different things that you thought were not allowed, or, oh my God, I'll go to hell if I try this. And now you just have these, no longer you have these limitations, but you're in this new world now. Well, what's life outside of the corral? You know, I'm not a sheep anymore. What's life like out here? We got you. There are going to be some people that are going to judge you. These people have egos that they have to work on. Just because we're making spiritual content, just because we're wearing crystals, just because we're growing our hair out does not mean that we don't have work to do in our personal lives. Do not idolize us. Don't do it. Okay, just have a nice level of respect. Wow, I do like what that guy is saying. I do like what that sister is saying. I do like what she's saying. I like what he's saying. Okay, I like that. Let me keep on listening to this person. But sometimes it's okay. You will outgrow somebody. Very simple. Somebody that is like acclaimed as to be a master teacher. You might start off with them and you never go back to them again because you outgrew them. You know, okay, I want to go do my own thing. You go learn from this teacher, this teacher, this teacher, this teacher. You might find a new teacher. You might learn something from the bum on the street. You find out that he's actually like an ascended master. Shout out to Remedy H for putting that on my brain. You know, you might see that some of these homeless people are the ascended masters walking this planet. You see what I'm saying? There's so many avenues for the spiritual game. And that's what we need to do as ushers. How do I do this? Well, this is how I did it. But y'all hear what I always say, find your own swag with it. Do your own thing. It's just your journey. This is your experience. Make it your own. With this manifestation, with the mental magic, you can quite literally make the world of your dreams. That's where I guide people to, and I lead them on the way. I might lead people this way. You might lead people that way. But it's all a part of the journey to whatever that individual's end goal is. And you as an usher were part of that. So accept your responsibility. Get back up to that point. Don't shy away from your birthright. Don't shy away from your role right now. This is your role right now, but you might become the master teacher, or you might just go back to being a student when everything calms down. Who knows? Life is always evolving. Life is always unfolding, and we just follow where life is going. But sometimes you just gotta write your own part of the script. You know, that's where I like to lead people. You know, so if y'all trust me to give y'all the right information, I really do appreciate it. I love it. But I'm not the only one out here. There's thousands of us, millions of us out here that are trying to speak the truth, that have been silenced and suppressed, and we breaking out now. You know, if you try to like put a beach ball underwater, the more pressure that you put under to keep it under that water, when you lose your grip, we're going to shoot out. It's a wrap. You can't hold us down forever. You know, where I am infinite, you are lacking in energy. And I'm talking to my enemies, whoever you are, whether you are the elites or whether you are a closed-minded individual that's trying to shut down somebody's message. I don't care who you are. You will not hold me down. You will not hold us down. We're waking up and we are rising. It's a new day. To the next one.